called Regina's.
You know what? I haven't
And
had
it's
good
really
pizza pizza in Ottawa that I've ever thought was good yet.
Louis.
I've never had pizza in Ottawa that I
Louis
actually thought was
is
good.
only
Louis
has
is good.
takeout
It's
and
expensive.
dine in.
I don't like
But it's
any of the
good.
pizza.
Yeah,
in
like
the city.
I've heard that from other people too.
Sorry.
that Louis
It's
is
expensive, but it's the best I've had in the city. The best I've had in a lot of places, actually.
I'm surprised one of the best restaurants is in Vanier. Well, it has its own parking lot, so go figure.
Yep. It's Vanier. What's your secret ingredient? Crack. What? Crack.
We're on the edge of Vanier. We actually import real food. That's why we're paying so much.
Crack. We put that shit on everything.
We're not talking plumber smell.
Hmm.
18,000?
18,000 for a single
18,000.
person.
Okay. And I heard a couple years ago when I still had the house that
Get
a
open your
family of
pack.
4 could live comfortable enough on 75K a year.
Hmm.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
In Ottawa, anyway.
Yeah.
That's a big fucking difference.
Once this housing market bubble fucking burst and shit like that, and it's like it did in Vancouver, it did in Toronto so far, and so we're next because all our so like there's a place right behind the what's it called, Ottawa Inn now in Montreal. It used to be the Prestige.
Yeah.
So I went to ask them about the one bedroom, and unfurnished and without utilities, it was $1,265 a month.
Yeah. It depends on the location. So that's one thing.
And that's in Vanier.
Yeah, that's one reason that the new Salvation Army is going to be a good thing for Vanier. It'll bring down the prices of all. So that means all the lower income people move here, which means that they're going to make some developments that will slightly raise the rates.
Yeah.
But there'll be more people housed in Vanier, which means more services in Vanier, which
Exactly.
means the poor people get more services.
Yeah.
But it'll still be a low income
Fucking
zone.
fruit flies,
And
man.
it's always going to be. Well, not always, but it's going to be.
It's always going to be a low income zone.
It's just it is.
And it's
what
going to
it
be
is.
segregated a bit too much to the French Quarter kind of thing.
What the fuck is SOS Vanier?
Don't forget, we need bleach, glove, and cloth, and a mop head.
What?
And
Just
I'm
call me
gonna
a
wash the
mop
walls and clean everything.
You call me a mop head. You call me a mop head.
Is that like a white version of a towel head?
No, that's bleach.
Ah.
That's what he meant.
I have bleach at home. I don't even.
Someone's in BBS.
Hey, I wonder if anybody ever got a rectal exam without realizing they were allergic to latex. Like, what do you do?
Oh.
So, like, you run to the
I had a rectal
itchy.
exam,
My butt's
and before
itchy.
the doctor stuck his finger in my ass, he's like, and I want you to imagine that you're on a sunny beach, and I was like, dude, if this was happening to me on a beach, there'd be something wrong with this fucking picture.
Like, did someone
did,
have to call
did
the
you really
cops?
just say that?
So, I don't know where you vacation.
Imagine on a beach, what, with you, doctor?
Yeah.
Was this a nude beach by chance?
I was like, that was the most fucked up thing I ever heard anybody say.
Yeah,
Before he
I'm
jams his
sleeping
finger
there
in
on
your
the beach, and all of a
asshole.
sudden they take that parasol.
Just imagine you're on a sunny beach
Yeah.
before he sticks his finger in your ass.
I like it when they're honest. This is gonna hurt.
And then someone parks a bike on your ass.
Yeah. It's like, oh,
you want to run on the sandy beach with me to talk? Is that it? And then you realize, wait a second, he's got his left hand on my left shoulder and his right hand on my right shoulder.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. This is gonna hurt you more than it hurts me, but it'll still be enjoyable.
Is that a zipper I just heard, sir?
My fucking friend.
Why did you ask the nurse to leave the room and turn off the camera?
My friend's mother died a little 2 months ago now, and he's been having some problems. So he's been doing lots of speed and shit. So we finally get him to the fucking doctor. So he's completely honest with me. He's doing lots of drugs and lots of speed and shit like that. You know what the doctor said to him?
What?
Don't buy that stuff out the street because it's not good. So he prescribed him amphetamines.
Yeah.
Gives him a month's supply. I go over. It was done in 3 days. It was supposed to last 31 of stronger ones. And he says, yeah, I haven't slept in 3 days. I'm like, dude, what?
Well, this guy doesn't sleep for a week.
Yeah, but it's the doctor giving it to him.
Because the doctor goes, some of the street stuff, there's shit in it.
Yeah, that's what the
And the
doctor
doctor said,
said.
okay, I can't get him to stop taking this stuff, but at least give him a cleaner version of it.
Fucking man. I was like, it was like, how can I
Because
get in to see your
because also the
doctor?
doctor would have to go back to get back to him.
Fuck, I'd like to see that doctor.
The guy would have to go back to the doctor to go in for a checkup, and the guy could check up on him. So, okay, how's it doing?
Well, no, the
Like
last
that-
time he did it by phone and told him he
But
was
he
out.
still-
And he
they
says,
still
yeah,
did.
but your prescription yet. And he says, yeah, but I'm out. So the doctor gave him a prescription of a bigger bottle of
So the
stronger
doctor's still
pills.
kind of checking in on him.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that's
But as
what
I
we do.
talked to him today, he's been away for a few days. He's all fucked up, and I'm just like, oh man,
All the doctor has to do is change the prescription slightly.
give him a fucking placebo.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
That's what he can. That's what he can do. At any
Yeah.
time. Just change the name of the
Yeah.
drug. There's something better right here,
hmm
and it'll be like a lower strength kind of thing. So we can off.
He told me his doctors now is push it. Those are the words he used.
Yeah.
He's gonna call his doctor and tell him he need to re-up.
Besides that, well, the pharmacist will realize, okay, you're getting prescribed opiates for what?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff.
He-
But the pharmacist would also check in.
He has no energy and everything. That's why, and he's doing the speech. So the doctor gives him illegal shit, and now he's doing even less of regular life than he was before because now he's got this legal thing, all these fucking this big jar of pills and his bong and shit. So I was like, hey, what you doing? Nothing. I've been away for 2 days. I'm just sitting here watching TV. What you watching?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm like, oh, for
Oh,
God.
wait, the TV's not
Hey,
on.
you coming over?
He said, I don't get that
You know?
bad.
I went over to his house. He says, "Hey, I have a treat for you." And he gives me a bunch of
You barely
speed
tell him
pills.
so most of the time.
Dude, doesn't get me high, but I'm fucking wide awake. I'm sitting there, and he's talking all I hear. And so I nod and say yes. And I was like, oh man, so I have to report his doctor or something. You know, I want to save the guy. I mean, the guy's got a problem, so you give him the fucking drugs he's
Well,
looking for,
potentially you could still
and then you
malpractice,
increase
you
the
know.
dosage.
Potentially get children malpractice, maybe.
Ridiculous.
Get him put on disability or something like that.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. And yesterday, I decided to take a news-free day. I did not watch the news. I didn't even know about Biden until my roommate
I don't know about
told me
about
about it. And I still refused to turn on TV because I knew it was going to be more of a shit show. I was just like, I am done, man. I'm sick of the fucking Trudeau 11 o'clock a.m. COVID updates, and I'm
Yeah.
sick of Ford and his 1 p.m. updates. I'm sick of, just like, fuck. Just
It's the guy that COVID or Trump these days.
yeah, it's like throw me some extra money too. I'll spend it on food. You know? Everybody else is buying big screen TVs and fucking
Meanwhile, the
furniture
Jews are sitting
sets.
back going, watch TV, going, shit, we don't have to do anything. Look at
Yeah.
that. Woohoo!
Yeah.
They're just
Yeah.
planning stuff. That's all.
Exactly.
Moving around.
Opiate overdoses have gone up, and alcohol sales and
Yeah, that's
addiction
really-
have gone up.
Fentanyl overdoses have gone up really
Yeah,
high.
that's what I
Especially
mean.
in Ottawa.
Yeah. And the
course.
Toronto are dying all over the fucking place.
it's
It's
just
happening in Ottawa too.
yeah.
That's because for some dumb reason they figure, well, just coat it with a bit of fentanyl.
Yeah.
Make it better.
I know people sell it, the purple, and it's just
Because
like
they're stupid enough to figure that, oh, well, we'll just legalize it, and that way we can control the stock. No, you can't.
yeah.
You've got people that are private growers and all that. They will add to it.
Yeah.
They will make their own version
Yeah,
of it.
and the weed you get from the
It's not
fucking
regulated,
dealer is
yeah.
usually better than the shit you get from dispensaries anyway.
It's more
Yeah, that's
custom-made
why I
too.
get mine from my dealer.
Customizable, right?
Yeah. You know?
It's stupid.
My dealer has great weed.
Well, when I was doing volunteering, we had a bunch of people from the, not grow up, the grow place here in Ottawa and shit like that. And they're all sitting around the table and shit after everything's cool. And right now, there's like pounds and pounds or tons sitting there. It's all ready to go because they, once it was legalized, they expected to sell so much. But most people hate the shit, so they're not buying it. So right now the
So
government's sitting on
they're
these
just sitting
fucking
there rotting.
warehouses.
And they're rotting.
Yeah, it's going moldy and shit like that. And it's like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
that's when they have to irradiate it.
But like this was not thought out whatsoever.
So basically what they can do with that kind of stuff is they find all those veterans with PTSD and all those RSOP people and all the
Yeah.
police officers and it's okay, here we go, let's just stop.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we have to
Yeah.
prescribe it to you kind of thing, or for
Yeah.
free, we got it, we got some.
Yeah.
It's going nowhere else.
Yeah.
That's one reason they got it.
It was just, man, I never thought I'd hit the age where I would sit around and bitch about politics, but here I am, and that's exactly how I feel. So you guys are fucking morons. Good luck. I mean, being a politician or a leader should be a lot easier. It's like they should pick somebody from the upper, lower class or middle class because they've been there and known and experienced.
Yeah, like I'd rather
They have a better
someone in
idea.
politics who's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Who kind of knows like the acid.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is how it could have been improved. That's more reliable than fucking streaming video.
Yeah.
Got these grandiose ideas like, no, let's just sit the fuck down.
Yeah.
And actually talk to these people, shut up and not try to like do a photo op. Like no cameras.
Don't
Sit down, keep your mouth shut, and listen to
us. Don't tell me what I need.
And then ask
or what's
questions,
good
like do it
for me.
one-on-one with a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like get perspective, not political perspective.
It's like who do they?
And listen to
who do
what they
speak
suggest
to?
the solutions are, because
Yeah.
they probably know. Like some actually do know there's a good solution.
Well, they'll interview people coming out of a fine dining restaurant, but they very rarely talk to the person who's sitting outside of a fucking shelter smoking a butt that he just picked up off the street.
They get the opinion of the social workers and stuff like that, but those people, they don't see what's going on. They just get certain reports.
And half of those guys have fucking burnout or just hurt
Or
so
they don't
much
care,
they
and
just
they get
can't.
filtered information anyway.
Yeah.
And they're also viewed
Yeah.
from the perspective of
And then edit what
shit
it said.
and what they personally think.
Yeah.
About it. They don't know what's going on. I wouldn't trust the opinion of the social worker to create social change.
No. They're fucking burned out, they're tired, they're angry, and they're resentful. You know? It's like they're sitting there listening to you and they're thinking, why don't you just get a fucking job, you stupid prick? But you can see it in their eyes. When they're looking at you, you can see the fucking
Yeah.
eyes
Oh,
glaze
yeah, they hate
over. You know? and
They're
it's-
looking for an excuse to deny
Yeah.
services,
Yeah.
unless they're fresh into the job.
Yeah.
Like they do. Or they just came back from a year-long vacation or something like that.
Exactly. I know people who've been there and known it. It's like we get
Because
fucking.
they went into the job expecting to change the world to realize what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And they just take it out on the one side. Just like that doctor that said she's never going to walk again.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got to make it attitude.
Exactly.
But then again, there's some people that on the receiving end of the social service side who don't want their opinion on shit. Like what?
Yeah. It's not fair.
Just give
It's
everybody
not fair.
$10,000 a month, right? Really?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Hey, what would you do with that money? I want to smoke crack.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's not a good idea.
Have
What
everybody
else are you
live
gonna do
in
with it?
it.
I'm gonna drink beer. No,
Look, I actually
something
had a
else.
conversation with the guy from housing before the home was trying to find a replacement.
Mhm.
And I was basically calling up, I don't get there's all these housing options available, I just haven't been built up yet, but just need people to work on that.
Yeah.
Why isn't someone doing anything about that with politicians? And the guy told me, well, the politicians looked at it, but it'll be a long-term job, more than 4 years kind of thing, so it's not worth the investment for them.
Huh?
It's all based on politics.
Yeah.
And since people only get limited terms, they're not gonna put that much in
Yeah,
this. If the
exactly.
project's gonna be less than that, no way.
Yeah.
Unless there's a way they can use that advancement of the project to get ahead when they're out of term, kind of thing,
Exactly.
into something bigger, like the payout, they're not gonna advance the project.
Yeah, well, I told you about the barracks and all the schools
They're
at
not
the
gonna
harbor,
put up
man.
with the politics.
There's like buildings that used to that the military used to live in during World War II, and they're still there. They're habitable. They're fine, but there's nobody there because the no soldiers at the house there anymore. It's right on the harbor. Thousands
Yep.
of fucking units, and they're empty. Meanwhile, they're fucking shipping people from jail, mental health unit.
Yeah, you're telling me.
So yeah, and just like
So the question is, what is all the paperwork and administration requirements to get them into it? That's the big hurdle. Why isn't it being done?
I realize that people, even with addiction or mental health or alcoholism, whatever, are given a chance and given a reason and given a little bit of help, they'll get out of that fucking hole they dug. Not all of
Well,
them,
the people
but
that
a
make
lot of
those
them
kinds of
will
decisions,
get
they're
out
not
of.
in that role, so it has no
Yeah.
actual emotional bearing. Unless it, like, you can tell the decision makers all the tales of what you want, but unless it's gonna be politically motivated.
Yeah, what do I get out of it?
They're not gonna
Yeah.
care. It's not in my backyard, I don't care about that, it's
Yeah.
actually how it works. It's,
NIMBY.
that's actually how it works.
Yeah, that's
Make
true.
it financially, or make
Yeah.
it beneficial to me, the decision maker, to make that change, and then I will make that
Huh?
change.
Oh, they're already
Not
paying
kidding, it
for
could be
your
just
fucking
books.
housing and giving you a check
It could
anyway,
be
so
like
give them a
financial
better
payout,
place to
kinda like
live. and then give
that's,
it.
that's a utopian viewpoint, but the people that can make those changes, unless it's going to be beneficial to them to make those changes, they're not going to do it.
If I had a better place to live, I wouldn't be doing pills today, that's for sure.
You're pricks, man. That's a.
Remember when I was at
It's-
Donald, even
it's
though I was like
basically
playing with
what's in
Jamie,
it
that's
for
how I
me.
would buy like 20 pills a month sometimes, right?
And that's
lasts
the
me a
way
month,
that
like,
has to be approached.
now it's 20
in
pills
any
and
kind of
gone in a couple
decision-making
days.
in social services. It has to be what's in it for me for the decision making.
Well, when
Not what's in it for the little guy.
when I went back to school in the '90s, I got really, really upset because I figured like I've been sober a year and a half. I was off meat for a year. I was off caffeine. I wasn't smoking and shit like that. And I need some help from the government. And the government fucked me. I'm just like, I got really angry because I said, this makes no sense. I said, I'm going to school. I need this much money so I can continue to go to school. And then I'll go to school. Then I can contribute because I'll have this education instead of this education. I can change my profession. I can put more into the economy. I can put more into the
And they would see
infrastructure.
that as kind of a dream.
And now they're giving me less and less and less. Fucking snap. Start eating meat again. Then after my meat, I had a fucking cigarette. And then after that, I fucking had a beer. After that, I did drugs. I said, fuck you. I'm out of here. And I left the country. Right? You know? But I mean, all I needed was a fucking bill of pay. I needed them to understand. It's like, okay, what I was getting wasn't enough. All I needed was a couple extra dollars to pay rent and shit like that, and I could have survived. But the government, I think it was Maloney at the time, decided to fuck me, and instead of going up, everything went down. It's like, I'm just a fucking student. I just want to go back to school. It's like, didn't they not understand?
But they want to know that when you graduate, you should because they actually graduate. They want to know that their investment in you would actually be a payoff for them somehow.
Yeah.
And if what they need to be successful is to prove that positive numbers kind of thing,
Yeah.
then they would pay into it. But since you had to wait how many years to get back into
Exactly.
and then you get the job that's going to go through your program, that kind of thing, how successful you with all those pluses, all those check marks with that added up to me looking good. Somehow, what's the benefit for me? Let's see it through. Kind of thing. It's not worth the risk, unfortunately. So you got screwed over that way.
Yeah.
There were too many checks and balances that I had to look into before. They couldn't see the lead hand was coming.
Exactly.
Too many slight twists and turns.
But it would have been easiest just to speak to me or the other people like me and say, okay, what's your plan when you're done with this? That was said, leaving the restaurant industry where I make what, $20 an hour or whatever, and I want to become a librarian, which was paying $28 an hour. And that's what I want to do. I just need to do this, and this. And it's going to take a while. It's like 2 years for a librarian. I started 3 years of school, 5 years, but, you know, but,
That's how it works.
you know.
They needed to
And
know
they say,
somehow
not
that
good.
their investment in you would have paid off to them.
Yeah, all they need to do is ask instead of fucking taking my money. It's like, so what was I going to do? Start drinking again? You know, just like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck this country, I'm done. Get drunk
And then, of
and
course,
left the
they're not
country.
looking at you specifically, they're looking at you as a stereotype.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, this, you check, it goes all these check boxes. If it's in these pigeonholes,
Yeah.
what's the likelihood of them succeeding?
Yeah.
Ooh.
What I do is not who I am,
Exactly.
but people, you know.
But that's the way it works.
Exactly. Just because this is what I do on a table, this is not who I am as a person.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why legal cases come out. Like, I got someone that's done his affairs. They say, according to my diagnosis, I'm unemployable. But according to what I told you yesterday, like you finally clued into it.
Yeah.
When I was off my meds kind of thing, and I still had the diagnosis under my belt kind of
Yeah.
thing. I was a security guard at this place for this couple of years. I worked for the Red Cross kind of thing. For this couple of years, I worked here as a security guard. I did this, I did this. Obviously employable with the same diagnosis.
Yeah.
And benefits
Yeah,
are
now
saying
you're
I'm
doing school and you're
unemployable.
looking for work, so like.
So basically, it's a human rights violation right there and there.
Yeah.
Like Ben,
No, yeah.
all they had to do was invest in me, but now they have a legal
Exactly.
I just all I gotta do is get the lawyer to take it from them.
I've seen different things on, it's like, was it Portugal? Legalized all drugs.
Yeah.
Legalized it.
And
And
apparently-
drug use went down.
And apparently
Drug addiction went
they
down.
don't really have a drug problem.
Yeah, exactly, because people were given a chance, they were connected, and they started stopping like hard drugs and doing shit like that. But for some reason, I still don't know how this works. The government started to lose money because of this, but because of court cases and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people don't realize this. They fucking took the law back, and now they made this shit fucking criminalized again, and shit. And the government's making more fucking money.
That was the movie reason.
Yeah, I watched it on I watched the documentaries and shit on CBC. And I was just like, so the cash is more important than the person, is what you're telling me. That's what it boils down to.
Yes.
Country making cash is more important than the fucking money.
It's actually the finances that matter more
And I'm just like, how the fuck does that even work, man? It's like completely illogical. And it goes against everything I believe in.
Yeah, but unfortunately at the governmental level, it's actually every single subject under the government is just a number.
A bunch of more shit in a bunch of
statistics,
places.
it's not a person thing.
Yeah.
So the only way to make change that way is make it to the basic government to run the finances. The only way to really change things is make them realize the finances would be better if these changes are made.
Exactly.
So, for example, one case I often refer to is this one blind lady. She wanted to apply for a job for federal government on the website, but she couldn't because she was blind. The website wasn't made to accommodate for that. So she didn't get the job. She was otherwise completely qualified for the job.
Yeah.
So she sued the government, and that's a human rights violation. And she actually won the case, but they didn't go to trial, went to mediation, and in the mediation, part of the requirements was that the government redo all the websites, and that turned into a multi-billion-dollar project that lasted 10 years because she was right. So it was financially viable for them to change all their websites and to spend $10 million.
But when all they had to do was fucking legal hire the woman. Give her a fucking job.
No, it was too late because they realized that she started the case, so she won automatically. If they won in court, it would have set precedent. That means that every other person that was disabled would realize, oh, wait a second, these websites are not made to accommodate for me. I could probably lost it too. And the government would have lost billions even more. So it was more financially viable to mediate and agree to it. It's the same thing with the Omar Khadr case, right? He initially was going to sue him for $40 million. And when the government realized that there was no way they were going to win, they settled for $10.5 million, which is basically what he was aiming for anyway. Because otherwise they just kept on putting costs in, and then they would have lost. If they lost the case in court, they'd say, okay, we lost our case, we spent all that money, now we got to pay you $40 million. Instead, we'll say, okay, you're right, and take the lesser of the two evils, right?
But what people forget,
it has to be financially viable for them to do something.
But they work for us. We pay their fucking salary. We're the bosses. We give them a position.
In theory.
We should be the ones with power, not them. Like fucking Trudeau. Trudeau is my employee.
Basically, yeah. And the only way you could do that, to change that, is to fire him the next election time. But you have to get enough people to realize that he's just a pretty face. He's going to fuck everybody over again. Yeah. But they have to go.
Same in hospitals, man. They're supposed to be working for you.
Yeah.
They fucking kidnap you, rape you, stick needles in you, and fucking do shit to you.
Exactly. So you have to make it economically viable for them to basically cow to your needs kind of thing. That's unfortunately one reason why people
everyone has a voice, except for you. Except for you. Except for me. People who make like $65,000, they have a voice.
To follow suit.
Your voice, we hear you, but we don't care.
And the best way to make them follow suit is not to use threats like a legal case, but to actually show it's going to be beneficial if you do it. So you'll look good. That kind of stuff, like butter them up a bit. But as long as they want to look good. If they don't care about looking good, that kind of cookie is not going to sell. It's not going to sell. You're bribing me. I don't care about looking good. This is the legislation says I have to do this, and according to what I know, I am doing this. I'm supposed to follow legislation, so there you go. Unless you prove to me that I'm not, you get it.
I understand what you're saying. I like what you're saying. But unfortunately, it's just like golf.
Some people just want to follow the rules. Some people don't want to make waves. Some people they don't want to cause arguments. They just want to coast. You have to find out what the decision makers want to get done to appease them to get ahead.
Exactly. Or quick pro quo. It's just like, okay, I will vote for you, but I need in writing that you're going to give me this, because this is not what I want, but this is what I need just to get by. Sorry, we can't do that. It's like, here, you don't get my vote.
Like you give the horse the water, but you can't make it drink. Unless the horse is thirsty.
Yeah, but you can drown a motherfucker.
Yeah. He's not going to like it. He's going to fight it.
Yeah.
But if you could lead the horse to it's just the same thing with leading the donkey. If the donkey doesn't want to follow that carrot, fuck it. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to wait for it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to make them want to do it.
A lot of us Canadians, and I put myself in a category,
And that's
we'll stay with the status quo, we'll become complacent, or we'll do what we're doing and discuss amongst ourselves, but not say shit to the politicians. Not me. It's like anytime I get in a news and op-eds and shit like that, I'm just like, yeah, this is the problem. This is what I see. And you can put my fucking name on it. You know?
That's why they took Speaker's Corner away from us.
Remember that?
And that's another reason why, like, if you could take the owners of the failure of an operation off the politicians' back, kind of thing, they take over. Like, if something goes wrong, this is what is going to happen. Like, it's not going to come back to you. Like, they're more likely to be in by
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, 'cause it's what's good for them.
They're not laying blame on me, but they understand what it's okay.
Yeah, like if it works out, you can take the credit.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work out, you can blame the people.
Yeah.
Or just blame the system.
Fucking Harper.
All these factors got you.
Harper was a bit of a dick, but he was honest. He says, okay, in his last election, he says, okay, our military is suffering, our Coast Guard, I'm going to put money here, 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 and here. A lot of people are, oh, blah, blah, blah. But then they voted him in. And then he did that, and people are bitching. And I'm just like, he said he was going to do it. He did it.
Some of it worked out, some of it didn't. But,
yeah,
but you knew what you were getting. That's one reason why I like Trump, because he would say exactly what was on his mind.
Yeah, because
there's no bullshit with that guy.
I don't call him a liar or a racist. He's very misogynist, but he said
you knew what to expect.
You knew what you were getting. It's like opening up a fucking Snickers chocolate bar.
And the funny
There's
thing,
99% chance it's going to be a Snickers.
And some of the funniest thing about him is that he still acted the way other politicians would.
Yeah.
He just hadn't told you what he was going to do.
Yeah.
There was no surprises, right?
He got more shit.
So if you were going to get screwed over, you knew ahead of time. He was very transparent. That, by the way, is how you get a pro bono case.
What's that?
You make it worthwhile to the lawyer to take the case pro bono. Basically, it gives them something high profile to work with, or something, or experience on something they want more experience on. One of the two. That's to be significant enough to them to want to take a pro bono. You can't just use anything.
Most lawyers are idiots. They won't
Pretty
listen
much,
to us.
yeah.
Absolutely, we don't handle cases like this.
So you can find out what a lawyer likes to specialize in, kind of thing. If it's their pet animal kind of thing, they're more likely to take you on. Especially if it has a personal kind of spin to it. You have to treat them like the enemy and research them. And that's what I've been trying to do.
I'm getting all my cards ready for the battle so I can do 100 attacks.
No.
Instead of having to earn money during the alliance battle to do attacks.
No.
And have it all set up beforehand.
No.
Say that so, Joe.
32 3K munition trucks and need 70 more.
Hey, I had a good day yesterday. I didn't watch the news whatsoever, and I was finally calm and mellow for the first time in weeks or months. I was just like,
So it's the news that makes you psychotic.
pretty much, you know.
You should just get rid of that.
I had like 5 beers. I had money in my pockets. I don't need drugs. Don't feel like smoking drugs. I want more beer. I bought myself a big bottle of ginger ale and bought myself shitloads of food, and just sat there and watched like mindless, brainless bullshit and ate and drank ginger ale.
That's what stresses you out.
And
Stresses you out. You don't need to do anything.
everybody needs a fucking timeout, man. Seriously, you know. I heard that before. It's just like everybody, you just need to fucking.
He didn't prescribe you the pills. He just gives you a prescription that says no more news. So much to What?
Oh, that shit infuriates
So
me, man.
I stopped watching news and then I realized I didn't have TV channels, so I got with cable and I was saving this much money a month, and then I realized I was feeling much better and I had this much more money a month because I'm not spending on the self-medication stuff that I do when I'm watching the news, so I'm actually saving like $400 a month. And I've been setting that aside. Next thing you know,
I woke up feeling great today, man. I was just like, I don't know why I'm in such a good fucking mood.
Awesome.
I was just like, huh. And then I realized, like, I heard buy one, but I was like, oh, I don't care. Then that's what I said. It's like, hey, buy one. I don't care. I'm watching something else. Close the door on your way out. That's what I said. I wasn't trying to be rude. It's just like, downtown. I don't care.
Yeah.
You know? I was just like, I woke up feeling pretty good today. Yeah.
I keep on wondering when my family members are going to call to check in on you kind of thing. I'm fine. Thank you for not calling until now. It shows you care.
I did that today too.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I let them know. It's like, okay. I let everybody know. It's like, I
need
need some downtime. I'm taking a personal time out. I'm not calling. I turned off my phone yesterday. I'm just like, you know what? No stimulus, no stimuli, no input. I'm just like.
Like the only phone number I have is the number to the house. Like I could easily.
You're making me do battle after battle and not taking your turn.
Oh yeah, I'm just waiting.
He's buttering you up.
I'm gonna roll it.
Trying to make you look good.
I'm gonna do a line and then I'm gonna fucking beat your score. Simply because that's how I roll, yo. Or is yo still a word? Do we say that anymore?
Yeah, everyone says that in Ottawa.
Oh, okay.
Especially my buddy Xavier, yo.
You're old enough.
Yeah.
You're allowed to say yo.
But when people say, I hate when people say yo, hey, or what's that mean? It's just like, who the fuck are you talking to? I know it's not me. Like, if you know me, you know my name. I have a friend, and he always called me Buddy. My dad always said, Buddy, eat shit, chase rabbits, and bark at the moon. That's what a buddy does. I'm not a fucking buddy.
I had one long-term friend who used to call me homie, and I said, don't call me homie.
Yeah.
I'm not a homie. Don't call me homie. I hate
Exactly.
that. And eventually he called me homie, so I just kicked him really hard in the ass. And he actually jumped when I hit him, kind of thing. I hit him hard. And he stopped calling me homie.
I moved back from Detroit and shit like that. My little brother, big brother, was just like, came to the house and said, hey nigga, what's up? I said, you ever fucking call me that again? I will kill you. It's like, I didn't put up with that. I'm not putting up with that. We're back in Canada. You can cut that shit out right now. You know? It's like, I understand. It's like gay men appropriate the word fag so it lost its power. And apparently blacks have done that with the word nigger. But there's a difference between the word nigger and nigga. And either one doesn't work for me.
So, and you don't like it.
So, fuck you. If I threaten to hurt my own brother, they never fucking say that to me again.
Yeah, I don't like being called bro, so I'm not your brother.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
I'm not your buddy.
Buddy. It was like, what the fuck?
I'm not your buddy.
I'm not
it's
a
like,
dog.
hey, buddy, what do you want? I know you want something. It's not worth it. What do you want?
People are really fucked up right now. Well, they have been for a few years now. Everything is fucking changing a little too quick for me. I remember being young and life was a little simpler. And it seemed like there were less idiots too. No, I remember when I lived at, like, in the projects in Toronto, because people, like, it's the second worst place in Canada, but it wasn't that bad for us who lived there. It was like we took care of each other. People knew if their kids were out and we were out, nothing bad would happen to those kids because those kids were part of the community. And nobody was like you didn't hear about molestation, shit like that. It didn't happen because guys of my friends.
The secret, it
yeah, because like somebody was always watching, somebody was always there. Yeah. And even though I lived in a 3-story building and shit, most of them were my mother's friends. He knew the family, knew my dad, therefore they knew the kids were okay. Well, my friends and I were outside because not that it's like we just you just don't do that shit. Mm-hmm. There's fucking rules. Everybody knows the rules.
It's socially imposed rules.
Yeah, no, it's true. And the cops knew on Sundays when it was softball day, people be sitting around drinking beer and smoke weed, but there'd be no violence.
Yeah, so the cops don't care. Like, why bring that
Yeah,
up?
it's just like we'd be hanging. They would come up to us and tell us sometimes turn down our radio. It's like, oh, sorry, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But they let us be, and everybody took care of everybody. But now, it was like everything is so fucking dangerous, and it's like I was working a while ago, and I saw this really cute kid, blonde hair, blue eyes. She had a tutu on and fairy wings. But if I had said she was cute and pretty girl, people would have looked at me like I was some fuck.
Yeah. Like you're ready to like open up your trench coat at her.
But she was just a fucking beautiful little kid. And that's
Like
all
saying,
I
oh,
was
that's a
saying.
cute puppy.
Yeah,
Same kind of thing.
yeah, she's such a cutie, right? But you can't even do shit like that anymore. I'm just like, man, I'm so done.
Yeah, like there was one time I was with my daughter. We were at the playground kind of thing. It was the middle of the afternoon. I was not working at the time, so I was basically staying with dad. We were at the park.
Is it warm outside?
So she's playing on the play structure, and picture this: there's kids on the play structure, and you got a lone male who's not at work at the time, dressed kind of like this, sitting on the bench watching.
Oh, fuck.
Right? Yeah, that's what I got. I had some bitch. I was when my back was turned, I heard a click, and when I turned around, I started doing this, putting the camera in her pocket. She took a picture of me watching the kids, because she assumed I was basically a child molester kind of thing.
I know. There's a park
The automatic assumption, but the lone
Well, there's a park at the end of my street between MacArthur and Donald, and on nice days, like there's a little bit of pool, there's a playground, shit. You know, I walk by and I stand there for a couple minutes, watch the kids, and it's not because I'm fucking twisted, it's because it makes you smile happy because they're having just so much fucking fun doing silly shit.
Yeah. Like there's been a couple of times when
you know?
out there, I see a baby.
Whose pup is that?
It's mine.
Oh, is that the one I gave you yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I see a baby or something like that, and I start making faces at the baby and stuff like that. And the baby's looking at me making faces back at me.
Especially on the bus, it's the funnest thing when they're on the shoulder. It's like
Stuff like that, yeah, that's fun too.
I know,
Why do you have Lakers red and the black one? Two different kinds of beer.
Because those were going to go to a roommate. These are ones I was going to drink, but yeah, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, just, I don't know, life has just become kind of stupid.
Yeah, bunch of biases kind of thing.
Certain things you can do, cannot do, especially, and they keep talking about in this time of COVID, we've been in it for like almost a fucking year now.
Yeah. Stop using COVID as an excuse.
Yeah. It doesn't excuse ignorance, bigotry, fucking resentment, or
people
any
were
of that
stressed
shit.
out. That's no excuse.
You know?
That's no excuse.
You just you want to play the game first?
Jay, pay attention.
People are just fucking. People have gotten weird again.
Stupid.
You know? The show I'm watching, Mindhunter, is set in the 70s and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I'm watching, it's like, I remember those times. I remember the music and shit, and I remember being happy. It's like happy for no reason.
You remember being a kid and being able to walk for miles and you'd be safe and no one.
It's just fun. I used to leave the house
away from your parents and you go outside.
I leave the house and play like just be home for supper.
I leave the house at 8 o'clock and show up when the street lights showed up. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning and they knew I ate somewhere. They knew I wasn't, you know?
Yeah.
And now it's just like.
No, it's just so paranoid.
Yeah. People are fucked, man.
Yeah, now kids aren't even allowed to walk to school by themselves when they're a certain age.
And
The thing is that the information that's been happening getting out, that's all.
Yeah.
It's still going to happen at the same rate. Exactly.
Well,
pretty much.
People are going to be people because it's part of the human condition. We're wired to do certain things because of just who and what we are. And I get it. But that doesn't give an excuse to be bad, mean,
people to look out for each
evil.
other again. Like,
Yeah, exactly. You remember, it takes a community to raise a child, or it takes a village to raise a child, and that's why I
it's
was
more divisive kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it's too easy to be divisive, playing the differences kind of thing. And say this is why we're acting evil. Pretty much.
Would you rather bitch about it, or would you rather try and find a solution? You know? And that's one thing about Canadians. We'll protest a little bit, but we'll sit amongst ourselves and discuss why things are wrong instead of trying to solve the problem.
Holy shit, I didn't realize I smoked 4 joints like this.
You know?
I thought I was smoked 2.
And it's just like, yeah, hey, you have to do something about this. but weed's legal now,
It's
so
the political way.
Yeah, and we'll excuse our politicians, their bad behavior and shit, simply because it's easier than doing something about it. I'm not saying we're lazy or we're mean or anything. It's just who we are, man. And I get it, you know.
That's from above. Oh, pardon your face, please. Oh, Rockman. No.
Oh no.
Missed.
Man, it took a long time to get 2 million
Missed it by
fucking
that much.
cash in this game. That was like the most I ever had.
All these shows I watch on like ID are investigate, discovery about serial killers and all that shit. And I can understand, it's just that I've never understood, how can people, like Jeffrey Dahmer wasn't considered insane, legally speaking.
No, they just did that so they make an example of it.
How the fuck could somebody do that shit and not be considered crazy?
They just
You know?
convict him as if he wasn't insane because they want to make an example of him. They want him to suffer.
Yeah.
That's all.
Just like,
Otherwise, he would have been stuck in a mental institution for the rest of his life and would have to pay
it's
for
like
it.
killing someone that has nothing to do with money, greed, or passion. It's pretty much insane to me. You're taking another fucking life, and it's not a time of war, and they're not crazy? What the fuck? It's like, yeah, I ate 33 people. But did you know what you were doing? Well, yeah, I had to. Otherwise, the recipe wouldn't have come out properly. It's like, okay, then you're not insane. It's like, yeah, I just ate 33 people.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
They look well fed. I want to eat what they ate.
It's like it amazes me.
I'm thinking my mother must have been extremely insane. It's like God, because she said at one point you have to be crazy to kill someone.
One guy actually escaped Jeffrey Dahmer, this Chinese guy. That's all he could say was his name, and they brought him home to him.
They brought him
They
back.
brought him back to him. He was just like, Jeffrey Dahmer, and they brought him back to him. Oh, okay. Here's your friend's kind of fucked up. He lost. There you go. Please drop the back off in his door.
People are fucking nuts, man.
Yeah, my mother's fucking nuts. She said at one point you would have to be crazy to kill somebody.
Then he
but she kept on
escaped, and
reading
the
murder
cops
mysteries,
brought him back to him.
watching murder TV shows and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
that's basically all she used to read and watch.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
I had to stop because I've been watching that channel, then I realized it was really fucking up my dreams and how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And that's why I started watching other shows, just like I've been watching ID Discovery about serial killers and Fear Thy Neighbor and all this shit. And I was just like, okay, yeah, this stuff is, maybe I should try something else, which I did. It's like, hey, I woke up feeling better. It was like, is there a correlation?
Get him.
There you go. Flambe. You have a flame
Bomb on a
I've
fuse.
got a bomb.
Right.
You go. Right there. Boom, right in your ass.
Uh-huh. Don't fuck with me, I'm the gingerbread man. Yeah, I realized that my stimulus or stimuli has an impact on the dreams I have and how I feel in the morning. So I realized, like, okay, maybe I should change this shit a bit. You know? And I've been feeling better.
That's pretty good.
It's like, that's a little weird. Yeah, when my roommate came
basically,
in.
if you surround yourself with shitty
Yeah.
stimuli,
Oh,
they're going to feel like that. It's basically like, it's kind of like the same idea. If you want to be successful, you surround yourself with successful people.
Exactly.
It's kind of like you do actually absorb some of the environment you're in.
yeah. And you get what you put out.
Pretty much.
You know?
And if you're stuck in a shitty situation, you're not going to likely feel the best.
No.
You're not going to be 100%. That
Yeah.
also depends on your baseline, right?
Exactly.
The baseline just modifies the level of shit that you get to.
Well, my mental illnesses are taken care of with my meds. I can have a little issues. I'm dealing with that, but I also know that it is what it is. Like the reason I've been feeling certain ways is because of mental illness. But I've never
But
used
you're aware of it.
I've never used that as an excuse. And I know
There's a reason.
exactly.
There's a
and
difference.
and like I know stimulants from outside is bumming me out, or it's a chemical thing, and I can always see the difference. I guess I'm lucky that way, but I also know that I cannot just rely on medications or pills. I have to do certain other things. I need to eat properly, I need to sleep well, and I need to surround myself
You're aware of
with good people.
the self-care measurement.
Well, yes. You know, mental illness doesn't always have to be mental illness. It can be mental illness as long as we...
But
it's
the
easier said
psychiatrists
than
only
done.
see it as mental illness, shall we say.
Yeah.
They don't see it from the psychologist's point of view,
Yeah.
from the doctor's point of view.
So the whole...
It's kind of like when you go to a psychiatrist and says, I can't quit smoking, they give you drugs. Go to a doctor and says, well, quit smoking.
A doctor...
Or you go to a psychologist and say, okay, what in your environment is making you smoke so much? Maybe
Yeah.
you have to change that.
Yeah.
Because of how you go to have.
You
Go to
just said
someone
that
who
what
sells
is the
cigarettes and say,
cause?
don't quit smoking.
Well,
Yeah, you gotta get the man or focus on you. You know he said that.
yeah, people are just...
Like I had one friend at the time, basically she was really stressed out and she talked to her doctor about it. And
Oh,
man. Oh, man.
Oh, it's rabbit. Don't get on my rub.
oh, it's on the rug.
Warren, my headphones, man. Oh, they're soaked.
No, they're good. I need something to wipe it up with. Can I use this towel?
Your shoes are kind of fine.
Don't use that towel.
Well, I just
That's
asked you.
that's my clean towel.
Oh, man,
That's the only clean towel I have.
Okay, I need a towel.
That's good thing you know.
I need something.
I don't have any any towels except for clean ones.
You don't? Oh man.
That one there is for drying my face, and I have maybe one if I'm lucky to shower with. Please, nothing in there, Warren. Use
Yeah.
toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
You don't have it.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that's it.
Just don't use it all. I paid a pill for that one roll. Take that towel off the floor, Warren. Please. I tried my face with that, man.
This
Yeah,
friend of mine,
yeah,
every
just
time
want
she
to
goes
get
to the doctor,
from the floor of my
explains
face,
the
you know?
situation to him.
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, you're a lot of stress in your life, huh? Yeah. 67% of your stress is caused by your work environment. Change your job. She changed her job, she felt much better.
Exactly.
Like a lot of her stress went away. He said, oh yeah. Then she realized a bit later, she said, yeah.
Or make sure you don't break those headphones, man.
I'm not stepping on it.
She realized
I can't
that
afford it
she was
anymore.
working in the toxic environment. She hated her job too.
Yep.
She's working with a bunch of catty women.
It's the only headphones I have.
Then she started working around a bunch of men in a security job. She loved it.
All my other headphones, I lost them.
No, you didn't lose them.
I did.
You ate them. They're still with you.
Even my favorite game, For Honor, I lost it because I removed that as a penalty on it.
You missed your shoes with the beer though, right?
Hey, I don't want to mess up my blue suede shoes.
I didn't wash that
That's
rug.
what usually.
Yeah, they actually are.
Paratroopers, follow the sky.
Like they actually say only two things fall from the sky, assholes and bird shit. Nobody jumps out of perfectly working clothes. That's why he joined the Navy. Talking to my roommate. It's like he can't understand why I'm a patriotic American, even though I'm foreign. And I try to explain to him, but he just can't get it because he's like pro-Canada, pro-Canada, pro. I'm just like, man. Like it's just not that simple.
The new score makes us 912 ranked in the world for the defense.
Is that good?
Well, yeah, that means,
Is that good?
that means we have the 912th highest score in the world.
Yeah, I got that. But how many people are playing?
2 million.
800?
No, there's about 2 million people playing. There's one kid in our alliance, the first kid that joined from YouTube, his rank is 987,000. Oh! That's about 2 million people in this team.
I don't even have a PS4 anymore.
That's terrible.
I got rid of it. Because I don't play the fucking thing. I gotta watch TV. I love TV, man. TV makes me smile as long as I'm watching the right shit.
That's bad.
Oh, really?
there to?
Yes, we have no bananas. What's the date today anyway?
8.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
Jay's out of money.
Gonna be an uncle again. I think the only month missing now out of my immediate family is
Started
May.
a month off with very little money. It's $300.
You don't need money when you have love.
You're some kind of fucking hippie.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just wrong.
All I
I
need
spent
is
most of it on food.
all I need is love and Yanny.
You are.
I learned how to play the pan flute. I'm pretty good at the skin flute. I'm just sucking at the pan flute. I can make myself sing. Yeah, maybe I'm a little twisted.
No, you're not. A little?
Well, people come and it's like, you're not right. And I was like, yeah, and? Somebody doesn't know
I
that?
prefer hypnosis in the hands-free shit.
Yeah.
Look, Mom, no hand.
I'm a germaphobe. I don't masturbate. I get succubus.
You should see some of the weird shit I listen to, man. It fucking is better than the real thing.
And then you know it's in the corner.
Better than jerking off, that's
you
for sure.
dressed up as a doll.
Yeah.
Wait a second, what you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Her name is Hoover.
Yeah. It's not a,
3 settings.
yeah. These are my friends, Neil and Bob. It's not who they are, it's what they do. Yeah.
Oh.
Right on his face. Boom!
Ah.
That'll wake you up.
Did you see that shit coming out of his ass?
No.
There was like black stuff spraying out of his ass when he was flying.
I don't understand why you were looking at his butt, but hey, okay.
Well, the guards turned on and there's all kinds of weird shit you see in the screen now.
Al
Brains
Gore
flying
turned on?
everywhere.
You turned on Al Gore? Why did you do that, you weirdo?
Yeah, whatever happened to him? Actually, he was a really smart guy. What was that movie? Inconvenient Truth.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
He's a
They
pretty
kicked
cool
him out of
dude.
office because he was too honest.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. I liked it for him. I thought it was cool.
The stuff he was saying was against the
Yeah.
environment, the big industry. They would have to shut down a lot of industries and ultimately operate that, but it was too costly. Not enough profit involved.
Exactly. Big business, big pharma run America. Plus Coke and Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I always laugh at those sci-fi movies and they had those big holographic pictures of like Coca-Cola and
Yeah,
other
they're always Chinese, right?
Yeah.
The
There's-
Chinese holograms and all that stuff. There's always a Coca-Cola.
It's not so far-fetched anymore.
No.
It's pretty much the only...
That's basically what China's trying to do. It's
Yeah,
trying to
it's pretty much the
get
only
the economics
superpower
and stuff.
left.
Yeah, it's trying
You
to
know?
be an economic
They don't need to
powerhouse.
fucking send soldiers. Shut down our
Yeah, they
infra-
just need to build a bunch of
to
cities.
just fuck up our infrastructure,
Exactly.
cyber warfare, and you know,
Well, think of it this way: if China invested $1 billion,
Steal all our intellectual property.
if China invested $1 billion in one industry, and then decided to pull out all of it, then that'll drop so bad.
yeah,
And not to mention the industries that are funding that.
yeah, they have a lot of power, man. Pretty much the only superpower left. I'd say China, America, and then Russia. But Russia, yeah,
Russia's
Imagine
awesome.
China invested
Russia's
only in
fucked too.
garbage and waste facilities in Canada. And then he's trying to pull out one day.
yeah.
That would be a mess, wouldn't it?
They invested in oil sands and shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Just left
they
us
know.
out, Warren.
They're gonna get us from within.
We left the battle with like 7 or 8 guys left.
Yeah, they're fine. There's no point looking over there. I knew they were going down. I want to get those guys. What time is it? Can't see my watch.
What time is it?
It is 10 to 4.
10 to 4.
Still getting used to this time change thing.
10 to 4, man.
I was thinking old TV shows, One Adam 12 and Emergency and...
You tell the episode of Tips me out.
There was a show I used to like. It's not the Twilight Zone, but it was similar in name.
Oh yeah, it was a more modern one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what it was called.
Amazing Stories?
No.
I think Spielberg did that one.
They started with an M or something.
Masterpiece? No. Okay, I actually noticed.
I forget what it's called.
The Outer Limits.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Yeah.
You're now entering the Outer Limits.
Like they started with a bunch of pictures and a bunch of extra stuff.
Yeah.
Extra sketches.
I saw one, and guy was dead but didn't know it. And they're sitting at the dinner table, and Grandpa, all of a sudden he sneezes at the dinner table, and then he looks into his napkin, and then says, "Okay, I'm gonna go away now." And then you show out the napkin, and when he sneezed, his nose fell off, and that's when he realized he was dead in body. I was like, "What?" or you remember the Twilight Zone, when the aliens come to save us, so they think, and they're looking at this book, and the one guy figures it out, and he deciphers it, and it says it's how best to serve man, but it's not how best to serve man, it's how best to serve men, like how to cook. No, it was
In Twilight Zone too.
yeah, it's like how best to serve man. It was like cooking it. It was fucking great. I love that shit, especially when I'm stoned. Yeah. Rod Sterling, he was good.
Yeah,
No,
one guy
Rebecca-
gets all done, huh? Not too long. Oh, they got him. They fried him and blew him up.
Yeah, but he looked good doing it. If I'm gonna die, I want to look pretty when I do it. I know, Jay.
Sometimes you don't protect the building, you just stay on it.
No, it's not that.
Maybe he
I'm
wants to do that.
just pushing a button. The time you speak and the time I do it, it actually is a lag. And it's like, you know, I'm pushing the button as you say it.
Really?
Yeah. Who's yelling down there?
And he's kind of going in slow motion
When
today.
he comes to surgery or something.
So the refield,
What?
the refield.
When? Come by the drive now. There's a lock. I thought Rory would do it.
Yeah, that guy, I guess. Yeah.
No, he comes on and hold it.
Okay.
Oh, like,
Sounds like a really shitty weed. Charging $10
he
grand.
just fucked up the nose. There's one thing you said the customer was, is buy. You just might see this.
I mean, to go freeze them when they get to the fires.
Yeah.
Not those fires. That or
That would be great.
should've done that. Should've got that in.
Who did it? Bomb his own guy? Or was that you?
No, that was me.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do shoot their own guys, though. It's funny.
Oh, headaches just for everyone. Honestly, at home stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm done. Motherfucker.
No, it's pretty close. You got like
16 seconds. You
left.
can hold up for 16
You
seconds.
might-
You got
you
walls
might-
there and
You might
missiles
make
and
it.
shit.
You might make it.
No,
Oh, you're gonna make it.
ever see that movie Shoots after Boys in the Hood?
Nope.
And they talk about his friend, he said, the black guy said, he's America's worst nightmare. He's young, black, and just doesn't give a fuck. That's why I feel sometimes.
I want to take
Is that a toothpaste you have left?
Yes.
That's what I thought you.
Yeah.
So that's going the wrong way.
Oh.
really tells. Yeah, I have a couple ones and they're
I have
like,
a couple.
I have only 2 or 3 ones and they're really fucking nasty. And
I have a couple of nice thick ones that I don't use. They just sit in my fucking drawer. I saw that as on the way up there. If you want it, I'll bring you one tomorrow along with some razors. And I have a bunch of new blades for it, so you don't have to use the ones on the blade.
no stiffing me tomorrow for razors, Warren.
No, I won't. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna do that for you. You gotta promise me you'll show up with razors.
And it's a pretty decent razor.
And help me prepare for your Lions battle. I'm playing Lions battle with me.
I'll bring that and the other shit.
That's why I got us 40 kills, man, so we can play this shit. I'm gonna get gold this month. See, because if I have 100, picture this, okay, Warren?
Mm-hmm.
When the Alliance battle starts in 2 days, and I have 100 3K munition trucks and all my flags and all my focus fire and all my shit there, right?
Yeah.
And we don't have to do a whole bunch of runs and keep getting money, keep trying to buy trucks, right? And using little trucks and not having trucks and losing all our veterans and shit over and over, right? Then I would have 103K trucks and all the shit I need all the time, right? And I would pretty much win almost every attack. And you make a lot of money off all those attacks too, and you level up really fast. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we'll make it to level 48 and get 25 extra build points, and I can put a whole lot of building out there. Like the length of the base actually goes a whole other section longer. So I could make a whole other section eventually by the time I get to level 200 that was another kill zone in it, basically. Like the one we already have at the beginning of the base, I could make another one of those. There's that much space left that we have to build on.
Cool.
And I already own like 3 or 4 extra barracks that I can't build it because I don't have the points to build them.
Oh,
but I already have them. And I already have archer towers that I already built and leveled up a couple times that are in my storage. I already have all kinds of extra shit I can use.
Okay.
So I just have to get the build points for them. And you win build points too when you do alliance battles sometimes too, not just using money, right? And cards. You win build points, you win hero cards. I won the Bombardier the other day. You know the short fat round guy that shoots those grenades that explode?
Yeah.
Like firecrackers? Those really annoying guys? That kill everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I unlocked that guy like yesterday or the day before. That guy's cool. If I get once I get a hero perk again, I'll replace the grenade guy with him. You know what I mean? Because he's better than the grenade guy and has better range, does more damage, and he has more lifespan. Like I put a health card on him, and his health was like 600. The short, fat, round ones.
Hey, look, I just got 10,000.
The guy's in wave 13. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got the bonus. And do you have any clue how you did it?
Yeah, I got them right when they're in the lower right hand corner and start using decoy or anything, or on mine, I just blew them all the fuck up at this time.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You don't use any of your specials too.
No, yeah, I just blew them up.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Like if your guys make it all the way to the end, you don't use any specials and stuff, and you can take out 3 waves, you get bonuses and stuff. It's called, yeah, you get kill streak bonuses, basically. And the lesser your fires and your bombs you use and shit, the more points you get. If it's your guys that actually shoot them, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you use a decoy, you get no points for any of those kills.
Oh, okay. Let's do 11,000 on the bottom, only 1 at the top.
So now you have a chance to get a good score. So that means by the time you're level 10, you'll be up to like 20k. Normally you're at like there now at level 10, you know?
Yeah.
So you're ahead. You still you can get those bonuses over and over, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I once made it to 35k before level 10, but then I fucked up and died after.
Right.
Yesterday was Rob. I made it to wave 25 for the first time and beat wave 25 in the front of my base, but it timed out that I was beating them. I thought it was going to be like super terrifying, but it was just like wave 20, but maybe like 3 more guys.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Orgasm. Do a hole in the sheet.
Yeah, it was the first time I ever seen Wave 25. Never made it ever.
Yeah, like, yeah, sweet.
We never even had confrontation with Wave 24. It just appears on the screen somewhere far off, you know. And I got to fight it all day, and then finally I got to Wave 25 and then it timed out. Wave 25 was fighting my base for like 30 seconds.
Sweet.
And that's how I got to 63,000.
That's a key to my success.
And the way this base works, I gotta show you something more. When you go through, right?
Yeah.
Right in front of the two guns, that little section there,
Okay.
that little section where the mortars start firing, that's where you start your battle. Don't waste any of your stuff until they get there, because they're gonna get stuck in there, and they're gonna be hit by mortar fire, and then you freeze them in there. And then they're getting hit by mortar fire and all your guys in the base, and it just annihilates them over and over. Makes it really easy and fast to kill them, and then you just like kill them when you're in the middle of the field too, you know? You let some get close, and the other ones, if you can destroy them halfway, then the other wave will come faster so that you can make it to 25.
Well, like my hooker friend said, there's nothing wrong with these.
Like the faster you kill these waves before you should drop that fire on them basically.
Still $50.
The faster you kill them, all you have to do is kill the wave halfway, and then the other wave will start coming. You catch up to them. You know what I mean? They drop down on them too, and now wave 9 will start coming right away. The faster you kill them, the more levels up you can make it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because look, now it's going to say level 9, see? Because you killed a bunch of them, even though some of them are still alive. Lock it in, destroy it, and daily. Hi Tango. Me and my buddy are taking turns here playing. I got the $2 million sniper tower upgrade. But unfortunately it didn't turn black. I guess the color you're giving me is like some dark copper color. Everyone has different colors for their buildings, I guess, and their guns and shit. It's random. So it didn't turn black. But that's a level 21 sniper tower right there. At the bottom beside the A, but it's epic. It shoots through like 2-3 guys at once. Takes out the 3-star guys in one shot most of the time. What are we here for the fight one? What are we trying to kill your buildings? There's a ginger ale if you want
No,
to.
I needed a sip.
Oh, your beer.
Yeah.
Still beer everywhere. It's clean the room. Not that bomb on them when you're losing buildings, man. That's how you lose. You're not supposed to lose buildings. The more ground they get, the less points you get. The farther away from your base you kill them, and the more
But we
your
have
base
engineers, right?
that remains intact, they can't fix buildings that are destroyed.
But they might.
Yeah, you lost 3 of them there. You didn't notice that? Level 10 took out like almost 3 of your
I was
buildings.
thinking about something else.
They were just standing there
Off the
going
camera.
while we were talking. See, look, 1, 2, 3. You could have stopped them from damaging even any of them if you paid attention. Jake lost package of 10. We have cloths to wash them for the next couple months. Rubber gloves.
Moist vagina.
They have to be like not like cheap ones. They gotta be thick because they're gonna be using bleach and shit, right? Bleach and a mop head. What's it?
A damp rectum.
I think they sell those at Robbins. Pretty much at
Oh, if I can't have a damp rectum, could I have a moist anus, please?
Pick butthole.
Yeah, I usually make it to wave 18 before
I
they
wasn't even paying
break
attention
through
at all.
my My sharpshooters were. The sharpshooters are so good right now, I can last till like maybe 2019.
One stick.
I would like some damn rectum. You would like some pig snouts? Some pig boobs? Pig ears?
No soup for you.
That's my favorite science show episode, the soup Nazi.
Yeah, no soup for you.
I just always say, no soup for you.
And these pretzels are making me thirsty.
Get ready. These
Where are
guys,
they?
those round guys are going to focus fire your line.
Yeah. I'm just
You're
looking at the
way
guys
over
that
there
come
and they're
out.
over here about to do it.
I'm just looking at my guys, man.
Get ready to freeze them if they start doing it.
Hey.
Freeze them more and just focus fire them.
Hey,
Yeah.
did you get that piece of paper out of the garbage?
No.
Oh.
I decided it was too late because I realized Sylvie went out there and there was a skunk in the garbage and all kinds of weird stuff, so I didn't want to go digging for it.
Oh, man.
I have lots of proof that I had a boat, don't worry. I got email receipts, I got thousands of pictures, I got videos of it. I got like 6 months of Kijiji conversations. Get these meat or these guys. So they're all dead now. We have to. Not paying attention, Warner.
No, I was listening to the song. I'm trying to remember the name of the band, but now I remember.
You just lost half of your snipers. You could have avoided one bomb. If you didn't do it. Ha! I won't beat my score, that's for sure. You just spaced out to do it. Isn't that perfect there how they take so long to get through 2015? Because they're trying to get that gun there,
That's cool.
the AA gun. I
Yeah.
gotta upgrade that wall and to make it even longer. It's too long here, actually, you know what I mean? And anyway, 15 will be stuck right behind it. And be shot for a long time. They always get stuck behind there and get shot off and killed most of the time. And they're fighting me, that's where they die. He doesn't usually break for them. First they make it is to behind that gun and they go. See where that third gun is? See that gun right there?
Mm-hmm.
That one right there that doesn't have anything anymore?
Okay.
Go back, go back.
I
Try
know
and
what
show
you're
something
talking
more.
about. Yeah.
This is how I designed the base. See where that gun is?
Yeah.
That's where you start to fight. Right behind the wall in front of that gun. If you're gonna freeze them behind that gun in that area, because that's where all the mortars drop. Both of them, and their aim's in there, and they're very accurate.
Gotcha.
And they get frozen there, and then they start dropping all kinds of weapons to you because they're stuck in there, and that's where you freeze them and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Kill them in the, like, put the fire on them now. That's where you kill them right there behind the gun. Right now, kill them more. Don't let them out of there. But then they get, yeah, if you're burning them, they're gonna burn and they're gonna get hit by mortars. If they get closer to the mortars won't hit them anymore. The mortars have a minimum range. You can't like shoot short distances in front of them. So once you go past that line there, you're not getting hit by mortar fire, only the car one at the back. The way they're directed, they only have one place to hit, and that's in that middle there. Because there's
Okay.
rocks on each side, you see? So I made it so that it's forced to be more accurate, and like they all land in there. It's great. You do it right, you can get to like wave 25 every time, or wave 24 every time. And you drop so much stuff that you have stuff to like, kill the other waves before they even come out and make it to your base. Yeah, they fight them in there and you can see how they start getting hit in there? And how they get stuck in there once they start getting attacked and the base starts attacking. So whenever you can attack them in there and freeze them, just so you don't to see that they're losing and you don't need to. Right now. That's a great thing, as I said. Save that shit and go to wave 18 now. So 19 comes, so that you get to 20 or 30, you only got 6 minutes. Kill them in as least amount of time as you can, that way more waves come. Because your base can take on wave 25 and kill it too if you don't take too much sandbag damage, it's easy. If you save enough drops, you can kill like wave 23 and 22 and 24 all on the way to the base. I've done it so many times, I killed the wave 23 before it's even made to the base. Yeah, it's easy. Because they're getting hit by mortars right there too. And you fight them there.
Yeah, I'm looking.
See? They're under continuous mortar fire all the way through. Until they get stopped there where they're getting hit by like 6 of them at once. Right there, there's 6 of them going in there, yeah. Use it there and then they're getting killed. See? And that gives you guys time to come kill them. You're gonna get raped now. See? And they drop all kinds of shit so that you can drop them on the wave 19. And that's what it is. You can make out one of the things to the plate. I think all you got 2 seconds, so go kill wave 13 as fast as you can, in the middle. We'll drop that on you. And then use the focus, use the decoy in the middle at the same time. Yep. So they're shooting each other and then the bomb drops on. See? And then we'll kill them. And then when you do that, if you got an ultra kill, wave 20 would have started coming behind them and join them. And then you get lots of them. So now you're at 40,000. There's 5 minutes to go. That means you can get 50k or more easily right now. As long as you keep fighting them the way you're doing it. Wait till they come in there and where you engage them behind that gun, or freeze them, and then save everything and drop it till the next wave is coming real fast. This wave already showed up triple and got hit by mortars all the way there. Now drop that fire. Right, you should drop the fire. Don't put over the clear sandbags because then wave 22 or 23 will kill you. Don't let them hit the clear base at all. Just throw them in there. Freeze them in there. You only need to use maybe one sand, don't use anything else. I'm just going to drop something else then. There you go. Now go drop that on wave 20. Soften them up before they get there. Drop it on front of those guys in the back. There you go. Right there. And by the time when they get there injured, it'll be easier to take damage. And keep them on. Those guys didn't very much. Well, some of them did. One already here. That wasn't a good burn. You know how to drop the papers too, and that one more going to hit them, but they can take a lot of shots like that. Especially when it's shit. Ready to drop and you just put your phone in start focusing and shit. Right now they're going after the dynasty and looking.
I wasn't really listening.
Teaching them how
I was paying attention to the game.
teaching them the aspects of the new base.
He's not listening to you, Jay.
Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He is. Because he listens to me.
This is background noise.
I just agree.
Yeah. I'm not listening at all, he says.
He's
I'm not
listening
even
because he's
playing
doing it
the
now.
games.
Yeah, drop the
It's all
ball.
automatic.
Because you want to get what I said, soften them up way before they make it. Just put them in the
Ah, you missed.
Oh, you got a few.
So far, I missed.
Got a couple.
See them hopping around.
Motherfuckers.
Oh, you lost that motor. That's okay. Just gonna get hit by all the other shit. You look at your liquid store, right? It's 44,000 and you still have 2.5 ton stuff.
I just saw that.
That's the average round on this now. Instead of 35 to 40,000, you know what I mean? Average round is like 50,000 or more. You do it right. Take it out, wait for once you get you up to 50. Or close to it. Okay, that's
Sweet.
That's right, you.
They got him.
Put that from. No, that's too small now. Too close. Mine's you gotta give them time to walk
Another
over the
monster
edges.
kill anyway.
It should be softened up by the time you get there. And some of them will be sick. Sausages and people. That reminds me of it. Use that Warner, they're gonna fucking fuck up. And then you'll be something special on it. You know, all this shit. That's not okay. Sorry, take the power.
Oh, look. It's gonna be really fucking kill.
Go kill waste by free. Burn them. Wait till they get to the
Oh,
end.
look at that.
Yeah, burn them right there.
Oh, fuck it.
That's a good plan. There you go. Now a bunch of them will be injured. Too bad you're up there. I know that you'll be getting hit there. There you go. You need to average 50,000. That's a shabby, eh?
No,
No, base works now. All it took was a small modification to the 3A guys at the back. And then I moved some of the things around a bit, right? Sandbags.
Oh, so how many?
3?
Okay.
It was 3 for 10, and you're gonna bring the razor. A razor, you said, right? Yep. Because I desperately need to shave. I can't. If Brandy wants to, is begging to see me every day.
I have some new blades because I have 2 razors. So I have one that I use and one that I don't use.
Okay.
And the one that I don't use, I have a big thing of blades. I've got like 4, 5, 6.
Really?
So I'll just bring you the whole thing.
Okay, thank you. I need to shave. I haven't really shaved long enough.
No, I'll do it. I'll bring it to you tomorrow.
Like this month after I paid the landlord money I owed him and paid Jeff, fucking I had $300 to pay. I'm pretty shitty since I've been back. Same as last month, I had less than that. Once before that. So I ended up pawning my shit. And when I went to sell my sale, fucking Dave was so fucked up, man. It took us 3 days to get us back to fucking Ottawa. He crashed his car all over the place and everything.
Oh, really?
His truck, oh yeah, he was so fucked up.
That's not cool.
He was awake for 3 days and he's like 65 years old. He was doing coke to stay awake and keep driving.
I am awake.
Yeah. Kept nodding off and almost crashing a million times and I had to like fucking grab the wheel, put him back in the fucking in the middle of the highway. And it stopped and like fucking do a blast and like
Oh, wow.
or we would be looking for a lighter for a cigarette, can't find a lighter, he would almost kill us.
Yeah.
a big mission keeping us alive, man. But he's fucking crazy sometimes. He was on a bender chasing a dragon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The whole time, like, we were on a mission. You have to keep doing that and get more and more.
Yeah.
Keep doing little jobs on the side so you get more. And I got like 5 different jobs and this is what he spends it all on. Getting worse. It's my turn, right?
Yep.
Let me show you how we do this one. I probably won't get as high as the story, but I won't get my dragons killed. They won't get through the line until like wave like 17 or 18 or something. Depends on what 15 does.
Yeah, it wasn't really paying attention too much of the last game.
You gotta realize you got a level 21 sniper tower, man. You gotta protect that shit too. I got 2 million mandals and shoot it. Look how great that is. You gotta defend the building.
Yeah, no.
That's important.
But that's the cool one, too.
You gotta have accurate air support, man. You don't need to use anything until like wave 6.
Yeah, I know. I just kind of get
Sometimes
bored.
you have to
I just like to do it just for
or,
fun, though.
Or the guy with the machine gun in wave 5 might start killing buildings. There's no threat. Until like wave 7 or 8, there's no threat to the base. That's why you need to start defending it. They shouldn't bust through and kill the buildings until like wave 13. That's when wave 4 is going to go through.
I was watching.
You watching?
Yeah, I'm reading what you're picking up and shit. I'm actually paying attention.
See how they drop the paratroopers behind that? Watch how much of these I have by time wave 10 comes. And what I do to it. It's like I was machine gun will start to do shit. You can take it on the building if you get behind something. Get behind the wall and start shooting.
Put the barrels on the pad.
Then your own guys get blown up by it too. The barrels are there to so if they try to go up and over into the base,
Yeah, I know.
then
I
they
see
gotta
it.
shoot through the barrels
Yeah.
to shoot the walls,
and then
they're
still
gonna
get through
close.
the walls.
Yeah, then they're
Yeah.
gonna lose like 15 guys when they do
Yeah.
that.
I see it.
And I have them spaced far away enough from each other that you can't blow them all up. You can only blow up 2 with one bomb. Like say you only have one missile and you load it. At the start, like you usually or something. Depends on what you How much stuff I have? I have two gas,
Here, I'm looking.
one mine, a bomb, and a
Yeah,
bomb
I
rifle
see.
stuff. And then that weighs 9. I still have more stuff by the time I weighs 9. You can like anything you want to do in mine. I use one of mine. Oh, and then I got something else too. Oh, you didn't. That's all right. See, I saw all the buildings, they're mine damaged.
Mm-hmm.
That top one there can get healed.
Nice deep plate. That's a good kill.
Yeah, that is-
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Oh, see? A missile and a mine from wing 11 on top. And it detected all my buildings. See? Wing 11's not gonna make it either. Okay, that's what it's coming now, see? That's how you make them come faster so you get to I need to clear to the bike today, see? So fast way to come, instead of waiting a couple minutes. You do that as often as you can and then you get your higher rates. You see, there's all the stuff, as soon as you go there, you can't get public service for you. It's stupid. Okay. So you make it work. All 5 buildings pretty much still have to deal with them. And I have specialists. I have to take out 1 or 2 buildings, but not this way. There's 15 that can do my job. There's 15 I take at the top. Happens. I also take the damage of where it is. It's not very so effective for this thing. Depending on how much I can save for. But people hit them up for good, I think. They've got the ones that they need to make it work for the power. Yeah, it is. Oh, I got the other one. Okay. Now this line here, if I can connect it to the focus line, it should go out to like 18, 18, maybe. Depends on how the other part of the 50. Oh, I already put the line in this one. It didn't even get on the warning thing, I guess I think it'll do nothing. So it will just stay through. See how the game keeps sometimes?
Yeah.
There's no warning, it just goes.
You have lots of.
Bunch of rocks here, focus fire, and everything was all over the column.
Hmm.
Not even putting the red mark on anything, I mean, you just shoot fucking possible distance.
And this is coming from nowhere.
Exactly.
So
That's
these
it.
fuckers are not even on the
See how the game
screen.
cheats when I was doing the loader? Because I was talking about how I was going to get to 8 cheats, and I was like, well, yeah, watch this. Yeah. Control the AI. Trying to nurse me, man. Still wait a minute, you get to 25 right now.
Well, that's the only way I get the bonuses when I get them soon as they come up on the screen. A couple times I can get the 10,000
Yeah, the farther away
bonus. I know exactly what you're talking
kill them
about.
from the base.
That's what I usually do.
I've been trying to explain that to you the whole time, Warren. The farther away you kill them from the
I
base,
know, but that's what I've
and
been
without losing
doing.
your buildings, the more
Alright,
points
so-
you get. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you fight them over here so that the
Well,
guy
that's-
as quick as
But
possible.
that's what I've been doing.
And then you go over and you drop bombs on the other way before it even makes it out of the screen, you know? Like as fast as you can. That's what you do. Okay, so here, so. Feel that mortar coming down? How it all goes in that area? Accurately? Instead of
Yeah.
randomly all over the place? Perfect.
Do you have any change? I need a quarter.
I might have a
Or
quarter
a
there.
nickel.
If it's not on the plate, then it's not there.
Nope.
Nope, that's where I could change.
Oh, fucking bank card rates this time.
All I have is the $5 bill I'm doing lines.
No, I gave you a 10.
Oh, I have that now too, yeah. Yeah. That's the only item I had. I spent the 37 on. Two more packs of smokes and then a case of ginger ale.
The other one?
Yeah. Yeah. Make up for basically cheating started focusing all over the fucking map and putting the red
I know.
anything on it or
It's
anything.
fucking nuts, man. All of a sudden there's missiles flying overhead and it's like you've killed everybody. It's like, where the fuck's it coming from? Nobody else on the screen.
See, that's how they have to do it. They come in and then the red teams are there and then they can focus fire, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't
Oh,
happening.
yeah, I know that.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
just shooting them all over fucking place.
Yeah.
Fucking 10 times farther than they're allowed to shoot. You know what I mean? They cheated basically. We both have played this long enough to know that the AI cheats as often as it can, right?
Fucking right.
Especially on us. Because we're like the most famous people in this game right now, Warren. Everybody fucking knows we're the best. Like this guy here is one of my fans that comes on all the time. He knew when we first started, like way back from me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He was watching since then. He said I've been hostile since the beginning. And I told him, like, for the daily, weekly, and monthly, all those scores, I'm in the top 100 for all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the world for that. For your lines, our lines can rank about 300 in the world. And my overall score is about 9,900. The only reason I'm not in the top 100 for my lifetime rank is just because I need to do that many thousands more battles. It comes from your dog tags.
Yeah.
I have like 49,000 dog tags.
That's like reputation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, okay.
Every fight you win, and same as the base defense thing too, we're at like 325 right now because it's 60 dog tags.
Yeah.
Every fight you win gives you dog tags. Every fight you lose, minus things. Subtracting from your score.
Makes sense.
we've won like basically like 16 or 17 other PvP battles now already. I don't know what's that. I'm gonna check it out after. It was pretty damn high, and my win-loss ratio was amazing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The KD level is freaking epic. That's my KD. Very, very hard shit. I just realized that was very funny. Until the gap done had no clue where I was from there. At least I managed to drop a missile on it. Sorry about that. They start looking at extra matrices or something to have. It's very weird.
Yeah, there's nobody on.
One person was just on for a second ago.
I don't know why it was. Nobody on now.
Some people are on, but they don't have themselves appearing online on their PlayStation settings. They listen anyways. And watch. It only shows that they're watching if they have their PlayStation settings showing that they're online.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, people can watch us, and it doesn't show that they're watching, unless their settings show that they're online. So people just spy all the time and watch without even having it show there. And that's what it is.
Oh, good.
I got rid of the PlayStation camera. I thought it was like a white camera that I would take pictures with and put on my Facebook. I couldn't. I thought it could be used as a webcam. It was just for weird games and shit. But you could use it to sort of put your face right there where it's on there.
Yeah.
You put your face on that.
Yeah, but you want one thing anyway.
No. I don't want to be one of those people that sit there like that. You don't even seem to hear enough.
Makes it easier.
You've heard it all, man.
Makes it easier for a stalker to recognize you and kill you.
One black kid used to call me Got Milk because when I was doing a mission on GTA, I was getting dead. I was like, help, I need an extraction. And they were playing with me. And the girl stuck her sleeve in milk and sprayed milk in her mouth. I was pounding the phone. I was like, oh, shit. And I was in the middle of a mission and I had him to come and pick me up because I couldn't drive anymore because his girl wouldn't stop sucking my dick to get me off the cage. It was funny. That's from one of my YouTube videos.
How the hell did we even get there?
That's one of my YouTube videos. On GTA, yeah. So there's one kid used to call me Stop Milk all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, they're supposed to bad with you. At least being Warner.
I think it smells like a bad skunk ass.
Yeah.
That's that, like
Shitty, cheap outdoor weed.
like good weed as far as I understand. It doesn't smell bad.
No.
No, it smells good like the weed I have. Nice and earthy.
So I'm walking towards us.
Oh,
What the
I
hell
was
does that
gonna
smell?
say more like
my nose is
sunshine
like,
on a
ooh,
lollipop.
Like smells
Oh, smell that weed. It's really strong and earthy smell. It's very
Yeah?
nice. Yeah. It's very
I hate
smooth.
dirt, man. You know what fucking gross? I know I'm a chef, right? But you know what grosses me out? Fucking beets.
Beets?
Beets.
Pickle beets are great.
Do you know the way like wet dirt smells, or a moldy, like it's just wet dirt? When I taste a beet, that's exactly. It tastes like that smell. You know what else I fucking hate? Peaches. Peaches taste and smell like a moldy pastry. It's fucking disgusting, but like the smell and the flavor is what is there for me. And fucking pizza, horrible.
You know, like kid. Oh man, look what just
I
happened.
fucking
I
hate
was fighting Waves
beets, man.
23 and it just aired out.